Hi guys, Varun here from Phonena, and we have
Milan here also.
and we're going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G device. So this is the second version of the Samsung Galaxy Fold series, and it's a very interesting device for sure. So how excited are you?
Quite a lot. This is their second generation of an extremely new concept that they are venturing into, a folding device. And we know that they made a lot of improvements compared to the first generation. The first generation had its problems, but
And for this time around, the price is also very attractive. It's very similar to the US pricing. They're giving this at around, it's still expensive. I mean, it's close to 1 lakh
cutting edge technology.
50,000, but it's pretty much the same as the US price. It's about $2,000. So you're getting the same price in India. But that's the price you pay for innovation.
Yep.
And this is the kind of future of smartphones. This is how we've seen this. I mean, it's amazing how a few years ago I've seen these concepts of foldable displays at Mobile World Congress and CES. It was just a prototype on the floor.
Keep it on a glass
and
box.
we would imagine you couldn't even go near it.
Yeah.
And they would say this is going to come in the future, maybe in 2025, sometime in future. But we are here in 2020 with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, which is using that kind of technology, flexible AMOLED displays. So let's actually open up the box. So this is the
unboxing experience.
So you have the kind of wings or butterfly kind of.
Which is the background that you will see.
So once you open up the device, so here we have it. So this is some of the packaging with some
Warranty
paperwork and warranty and all that kind of stuff. The SIM card, paperwork. So let's see if there's something interesting. So you have the device layout information, like a quick start guide. And what else do we have here? Yes, the SAR values here. So it's 0.859 watts per kilogram
for the head,
and 1.4. This is actually the European SAR value they've given here. And here we have, a lot of warnings on the warning sticker on the device. And here we have it. So let's actually see what's here. So it says, do not press on the front camera lens with a hard. Basic housekeeping, because this is a very delicate device.
Yes.
And you can actually break the screen if you abuse it. So that's the
Don't do that.
warning. Yeah. And this device is not dust or waterproof. So that's another thing. And do not remove the screen protector film. So that's another something important. And the device contains magnets, and don't keep credit cards and implantable medical devices. Okay, so that's some housekeeping information here. So let's get this plastic wrap out of the way. And so here we have the screen, the massive 7.6-inch display on the outside, or on the inside. And on the outside, once you fold it, wow, look at that hinge going in.
Yes.
So you have a cover, which is a 6.2-inch cover display.
Yes, much larger.
Much larger. That was one of the things I hated on the first gen Fold.
Tiny, unusable
very tiny, unusable screen. But with this screen on the Galaxy Fold 2, you can actually get a lot of things done here.
Very much like a normal.
And the back reminds me of the Note 20 Ultra.
Yes,
because it's that copper,
nice mystic copper finish.
So that is the same here.
Bronze.
And you also have slightly different camera arrangement here. It's a 3-camera setup here.
Yes.
And it's all 12 MP for ultra wide, wide, and telephoto.
Yeah, all 12 MP.
So it's an interesting device for sure. So let's put this aside and see what else is here. And you get, I
believe it's 33 watts.
It's a fast charger. It says close to 25, 9 volt, 2.7 ampere, 5 volt, 3 ampere, 25 watt. Charger. So it's a super fast charging.
Yep.
And you also get a SIM ejector tool, some earbuds, and you also have AKG
branded
earphones and a Type C to Type C cable. So this is the Type C headphones.
Yes, because they doesn't have a headphone jack.
So let's put this aside and get over to the device. And so there's also a fingerprint sensor on the side the capacitive sensor,
right?
Which is nice to have.
It's fast, it's reliable.
It's pretty fast and reliable, and it can be used both in the cover mode and the unfolded mode as well. And what else? So let's quickly walk you through the hardware. So one more time. So it's a covered display. It's a 6.2 inch display, and it comes with a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which is the newest production from.
That's on the front.
That's on the front. And on the back, you have Corning Gorilla Glass 6.
Great.
And it doesn't feel like glass. It feels...
It has a nice smooth matte finish sort of.
Very similar to the one on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. You also have the camera modules like we said.
Huge camera bump.
Ultra wide, and telephoto LMP modules. And you also have two front-facing cameras. So one in the cover mode, which is a 10MP f2.2 lens. And the same one, once you open up the
on
fold,
the inside too.
There's also another 10MP camera. Yeah, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras on the device.
And the inside camera is a punch hole compared to the last year, which was a proper notch.
So there's no notch this time around. There's only a punch hole.
So the screen is
amazing.
Huge.
Its screen to body ratio is amazing, and there's no bezels are barely noticeable. I mean, there's no bezel.
Modern by all standards.
So it's amazing, especially if you're gaming or something. I was just trying to set up some game on this. So for instance, we were just trying Asphalt on this.
It's huge.
And it's amazing. It gives you that kind of wide screen experience.
Yes, the tablet gaming experience, but not just too big and unwieldy in your hands. It's
super compact. I mean, you can just hold on to it and use it. And if you want to use the phone like a normal phone, you can just fold it back.
Yes.
And it's slightly heavy though. It's about 282 grams in the weight.
But you're getting a lot of phone hardware for it.
Considering it packs close to a 4500 mAh battery on the inside, I think it is fine. I mean, I'm okay to deal with a little bit of bulk for the sake of
carrying two
essentially
two devices.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that. So what else? So it's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus latest processor, and it's packing 12 gigs of RAM even in the standard version. And you're getting about 256 gigs of storage. There's also a more expensive version with 512 gigs of storage.
Yes.
But this version we have here, I think, is the 12 gig 256 storage. And it's a UFS 3.1.
Absolutely fast.
And what else? So the fingerprint sensor is on the side. You have volume rocker. And the hinge is allows you to actually, it's a multi-stop mechanism. So it's not on some other devices where you have to kind of use it only either in a completely unfolded mode or in a folded mode. So in case you want to use it like say like this, wherein you want to watch something on
setup,
like a, what's it called, so this is a tent mode. So what is the opposite of that? Like a lap mode.
That's a laptop mode, I guess.
Something like a semi-folded mode. So you can actually use it, and it, if you can see the text, it scrolls so beautifully between the screens. So you have a dynamic AMOLED screen over here, the 7.6 inch. It's a 120 hertz panel. So the beauty is you can see this, although you can see that small crease if you try to closely.
Yeah, but I don't think
you don't notice it at all. And
while you're consuming content, it's definitely disappears.
It disappears, and let's see how fluid it is. I'm just like moving some text between these two screens, and wherever it's just so fluid. And the phone is not fully folded or fully unfolded. It's in a semi-folded state, and still it's amazing how this technology is in the palm of our hand. The folding display. It's here, and I think this is great for like multitasking. So this allows multitasking between apps. You can actually have two apps running on the two screens.
Yes, and there are shortcuts where Samsung allows you to pair two apps together. And when you click it, it opens both apps side by side, so you can quickly get to multitasking. Yeah,
so that's something which is interesting. The UI, and it's running on the One UI
2.5.
One UI 2.5, and let's quickly walk through that. The software information. So it's running on Android 10 and One UI 2.5, and it's got Samsung Knox as well. Their business solution.
Yes, for security solutions.
And you get a nano SIM slot and also an eSIM. So it's a dual SIM. And what else? It's got stereo speakers.
Yes, and that's tuned by AKG, and it has support for
Dolby Atmos and Dolby Audio as well. So that's something, and you can actually feel that the sound coming out of this device is amazing. It's a good compliment to the massive screen on it. And I mean, the only thing I think the downside of this device is probably the price.
Yeah, but you have to expect that with cutting edge technology.
Yeah, so you're at the bleeding cutting edge of technology. Yes. So I mean, if I had $1.5 lakh to spare, and if I want the latest and best tech in terms of a phone, I mean, the Galaxy.
This is like a no-brainer.
Fold 2 seems super convincing.
Yeah.
It does. I think it doesn't do 8K video, but it does 4K video.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's got pretty much
all the bells and whistles. Yeah.
And it's not waterproof or dust resistant, so that's something.
That's a compromise you have to make with this new tech.
Something, but otherwise, I mean, the hinge, they have improved it so much over the first generation Fold.
The feel of the hinge is so much better.
So much better. It doesn't feel like a prototype or something which has come out of a lab. It feels ready.
Yes.
And it feels complete. I mean, the crease is not very visible unless you try hard to kind of spot it.
Yeah, it disappears.
I mean, it is a foldable phone, so you're going to notice the crease and the fold, but still, if you're actually using a game or app, it is just the beauty of this whole form factor is that. So what I was doing just when I got the phone, I was just checking out some directions on Google Maps. I was just opening up Google Maps here, and the beauty is I just opened it up.
Continuity.
And the continuity, like you're just seeing the map on a larger screen.
Much larger screen.
It's just amazing how it works, right? And the moment you actually use an app like this,
that's when you realize the advantage of having a big screen.
Yeah, so that's the advantage here. And yeah, so we really can't complain. So your thoughts?
I really like the hinge. It's so much more improved. And Samsung's talked a lot about their durability concerns also. There are new brushes inside so that it keep the dust out. The zero gap, it's not exact zero gap hinge, but there are a lot of the gaps that they had in the first generation. They have all been tightened up. There are new protective plastics where and all they expect dust to be. So the hinge should be massively improved. You can hold it in different positions, which is nice. You have a book mode basically where you can read books very nicely. Overall, I think Samsung's done a really good job with this device.
Yeah, it's also very similar devices are coming out now. You have the Microsoft Duo, you have the Razer device as well, and you have a lot of other devices rumored.
Samsung has another Fold also, the Galaxy Flip. Yes.
So the Flip 5G, Galaxy Z Flip 5G. So that's more of a clamshell form factor though. But this device, why it's interesting because it's a Gen 2, right? It's not the Microsoft Duo. There's a lot of shortcomings. Software issues because Gen 1 device, the hardware looks phenomenal, but the Samsung I think has the edge over everybody else in this market now because they have kind of near perfected this form factor with the Fold 2 5G.
Hardware is so good compared to last year,
and it's got 5G and all the support for the 4G bands, and it's powered by a Qualcomm chip. But I mean, 5G is not here yet, but soon.
We can see.
But
future proofing is
and
good.
It's also got Samsung Pay as well. That's also not missing from this.
That can be quite useful for some people.
So Samsung Pay is also there. I mean, you can connect it even to external display. Use Samsung DeX on it.
Wireless
DeX is also available. I mean, I think we've covered pretty much everything. It's available in two colors, Mystic Black and Mystic Bronze. And this is the Mystic Bronze, which is our favorite color considering we used also the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra.
Beautiful
device. And this just, except for the price, no complaints.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about the price.
Yeah,
you have something.
You're buying something like this. So, and it's also available in EMIs.
Sure.
If you want to buy this and can't pay that amount like upfront, you can also opt for the EMI.
Samsung has a lot of financing options.
Samsung has a lot of options. And another thing you want to bring up is if in case you want to exchange your device as well, you have an old Galaxy device, you could probably get some good trade-in value by exchanging it with Samsung directly.
That's true.
So that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any questions about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, let us know in the comments. What do you think? Thoughts about the whole folding phone or foldable form factor? Let us know. Are you excited? Are you going to be getting one sometime soon or not? Why? Let us know. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.